What is data security? Data security, which is also known as information security or computer security, refers to a protective digital privacy measures that are applied to prevent unauthorized access to computers, databases, and websites. Simply put, data security is the practice of securing your data. Data security includes data encryption, hashing, tokenization, and key management practices that protect data across all applications and platforms. Some common tools are antivirus, encryption, firewalls, two-factor authentication, software patches, updates, etc. Why data security is important? Data security and privacy must be aligned to effectively implement consumer privacy protections.
Security application, there are two most commonly known ones, which is authentication and encryption. Authentication is the process of recognizing a user identity. The mechanism here is to associating an incoming request with a set of identifying credentials. The credentials provided are compared to those filed on database of the authorized user information on a local operating system or authentication server. Before any permission and throttling checks occurs, any other code are allowed to proceed. Authentication process always run first at the start of the application. Different systems may require different type of credential to ascertain the user identity. Commonly, the credential take form a password that only the user and the system know.
Secondly, we are going to talk about data encryption. Data encryption translates data into another form or code so that the people with the access key or password can read the data. Encrypted data is commonly called as ciphertext, whereas unencrypted data is called plaintext. The primary function of the data encryption is to protect digital data as it is stored in the computer or it is a transmitter in a internet or any other computer networks. Data encryption plays vital roles in security of information technology system or communication.
One of the usage of data security is it permitted only authenticated users by using a combination of ways to identify an authorized user, such as password, pins, security token, a swipe card, or biometrics. Aside from that, encrypted data with an encryption algorithm and an encryption key is also one of the usage of data security, which to an unauthorized user, the cipher data will be unreadable.
Another uses of data security is it provides authorization, where it is a process by which a server determines if the client has permission to use a resource or access file. Authorization usually related to authentication so that the server can identify the client that is requesting the access. Most of the web pages in the internet require authentication or authorization. Authorization also used to control viewer access of certain websites. For example, Faculty of Resource Science and Technology students are not authorized to view certain web pages dedicated to professors and administration.
In this scenario, there is one student, a final year student from Faculty of Resource Science and Technology. He was about to submit his assignment to his lecturer, so he already saved his assignment in a document in his laptop. One day, he received an email from an unknown sender, and when he opened the email, virus eventually entered his laptop and deleted all of his document in his laptop, including his assignment. When he was about to submit his assignment, he cannot do so because the document is lost due to the virus. So what he can do to overcome this problem? Firstly, To recover his lost document, he can use a third-party software or third-party program to recover back his lost document. The next thing he can do is to install antivirus. So by doing so, the antivirus will scan throughout the laptop and delete all the potential virus that is in the laptop. This includes the virus that has infected his document. The next time when he open a potential email and when a virus tries to attack his laptop and the document in the laptop, the antivirus will help to defend his laptop from the malware attack.
There is a way on how to overcome these problems, which is by reinstalling the safe backups and clean the operating system and application sources. So, to reinstalling and clean the operating system, you need to isolate your computer first. Make sure all the external drive has been disconnected and the computer is not connected to any network. Identifying the ransomware will help you understand of what type ransomware you have, how it's propagated, what types of files that encrypt, or maybe what your options for removal and disinfections. It also will enable you to report the attack to the authorities, which is recommended. Next is try to remove the malware or wipes the system and reinstall the scratch. Lastly is restore and start fresh your devices and clean the operating system and also application sources.
First, we need to encrypt our devices. We know that more and more people are using and choose to work on mobile and personal devices. We have to make sure that our data is stored in an encrypted format and remain encrypted. Second, we have to establish strong password. Implementing strong password is the first step that we can take to strengthen our security. We have to use reasonably complex password, such as include a number and any characteristic in our password. Third, we have to backup our data regularly. With secure backup in place, we can survive everything from accidental file deletion to a complete ransomware lockdown. Backup data should be stored in a secure place. Lastly, we should embrace a data-centric security strategy. We know that mobile, Internet of Things, and the cloud have dissolved the traditional boundary of the network.